Check one, check two. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Gonna hang out with you guys, hopefully answer some questions today, and talk to you about how to get leads from Google and social media on autopilot. In other words, how to stop cold calling, how to stop pestering your friends and family to support your business, how to stop posting the same thing over and over and hoping for results, and instead take specific actions that are going to guarantee that you get the results you're looking for, which is ideally more traffic to your website, more customers for your business, more leads, whatever it is. So I have a little slideshow presentation here to break down what I think has really made the difference for me and got me content. I'm going to be sharing that with you in just a few minutes here. I've got some footage here from a recent hike I did at Angel's Landing to give you something to look at while I get set up here and share this to a few groups. As usual, you can help me out with that and do the same if you think your audience might be interested in getting free organic traffic from Google search results, from social media, from the billions of people that are using the internet every single day. I'm really excited now. I have the dual screen set up so I can actually see the comments as they're coming in, and I don't have to be checking my phone and everything else like that while it's going on. So by all means, if you have any questions or if you just want to say what's up, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know you're watching, and like I said, if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them for you. So this is the kind of thing that really made it possible for me to start getting sales on a daily basis versus having to continually chase people down and follow up with people and explain the benefits of my products and services, and instead be able to do stuff like what you see behind me here, which is go on a hike to a beautiful destination like Angel's Landing in Zion National Park with my fiance and have a once-in-a-lifetime experience, all the while not having cell phone service there, but coming out of the park and realizing that I had made sales while I was out there hiking. So that's the kind of thing organic traffic can do to you. What's up, Emilio? I see you say I have a call center. We're in definitely need of some leads, B2B. Cool. Well, then this should help you, because this is what changed things for me. Instead of having to continually call on clients, to actually get them finding me organically here on social media as well as Google search results. So I'll go ahead and jump into the slideshow to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So obviously I'm talking about how to get more leads and sales on autopilot from social media and Google. So obviously more people coming to your website means more money, right? So let's break that down and find out exactly how to actually get that, so that we're not making cold calls, right? Because doing your own marketing is hard. First of all, you have to learn all the stuff you have to do. Then you have to implement it, all the while trying to run your own business. And ads are expensive, whether you're running ads on Google ads or Facebook ads, Instagram ads, social media ads, they add up, right? And the problem with ads is as soon as your budget dries up, so do your leads. So especially if those leads aren't converting or if they're not reaching your targeted audience, that can be a problem. So not to mention, people hate being sold to, especially here on social media. We call that spam, right? When you see an unwanted, unsolicited sales post, people consider that spam. So how can we get traffic to our website without paid ads or marketing, right? If marketing is hard, it takes a lot of time, we might not know how to do it. Ads are expensive, maybe we don't have the budget for ads, or we just want to get traffic in the long run, right? So the first thing to remember is that billions of people are searching Google on a daily basis. There's something like 5 billion people connected to the internet, and they're also scrolling social media on a daily basis. So they're also buying things online on both of these platforms, on Google and social media. They're searching and they're scrolling and they are buying, right? So the traffic is there. We just have to get it to our business. So if your website isn't bringing you new business, in other words, making your phone ring, bring new clients, and making you sales, this is why, at least from my experience, because this is what most people do, right? This is you create a website, and then what do? You send that website to people you know, to your friends, and what do you expect? You expect that these people are going to come back to you to make a purchase. So the problem with that is you're just one person, right? So as one person, you can only serve one person at a time. So your website is not doing you a ton of good when it's essentially doing the same thing that you can do on your own, right? So that's cold calling. So most people hire a team, right? You have a sales team or a marketing team or someone to handle your advertising, your incoming calls. And the same thing is true of that, right? This handful of people can only deal with a handful of customers at a time. So instead, what you want to do when it comes to getting traffic from Google and social media organically is go ahead and create your website as you did before, but instead of sending it to people, what we're going to do is send it to Google, we're going to send it to social media, and we're going to send it to the news, or in other words, press releases, because these are going to generate a lot of traffic for our website, right? So by sending this instead of to people we know, to our friends, to our family, by sending this to Google through a process called optimization, right? Using the proper keywords on our website, the proper keywords in our content, creating content that is native to the platform it's on, and then distributing this content to trusted sources with a lot of authority, that's going to generate a lot of traffic and draw people into our website. Now, instead of sending these people back to you, what you want to do is send these people back to Google and social media with your website. So your content should encourage this. So we'll post optimized content to Google and to social media and to press releases that is going to not only generate attention for our business, but encourage people to feed this cycle again so that it repeats and grows. So then what happens is we have people coming to our website, right? But we still need to turn that into money. We need to optimize for conversions. So what you don't want to do is get all of these people coming to your website and then expect that you are going to handle the sales. And this is what most people do when they start getting traffic to their website, is they have them call them and they answer the phone. So instead, what you want to do, if you want to start getting and really using the organic traffic that you get, is you want to send this into an automated process. And I use a bot for the illustration here, but not necessarily a bot, but what I mean is automate your sales process. So instead, you have a lot of people coming to your website looking to make a purchase. And when you use automation, what this can handle for you is literally everything, including sending people to you if need be. But ideally, you want to send them directly to make a sale through your website, or you want to send them to post about you on social media, or both, right? To make a sale and then post about how happy they are with the sale, because again, on that last slide, that's going to feed the cycle of generating you more traffic, right? So here's what else automation can do. It can deliver your product or service, and really regardless of what industry you're in, you can use online tools to do this for you. And then, and only then, if you need human interaction, if you have, say, a high ticket product and you absolutely need to speak to someone on the phone, then you can do that. But meanwhile, your automations are busy handling all of this traffic so that you or your team is not getting overwhelmed, right? So by combining organic traffic with automation, that means that instead of doing everything, right, instead of being overwhelmed with everything you need to do to run your business, from chasing down leads to collecting payments to making backlinks and doing all this stuff, right? Instead, what you're going to do is create content that feeds this machine. And just like an engine, as long as you keep feeding this content into this machine, your automations are going to take care of the rest. Your automations are going to encourage people to share your content, encourage people to buy and take action, right? So then all you are doing is literally just posting content every day, whether that's content to social media, to your Facebook, to YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever it is, or to your website, to your blog, updating your sales pages, whatever it is, that is your only job, is creating the content, because the more content you create, the more it grows this network, and the more people share and feed the machine so that it grows. And once again, you start getting people calling you instead of you having to continually call on them. So to make all of this happen, I'm trying to help you guys visualize this so you can put this into action as soon as possible. The first step, if you want to actually start getting people calling you from the internet, is your website needs to be a funnel that can guide visitors into and through your entire sales process. And that needs to be able to happen without you. And it doesn't matter whether you have a 30-second pitch or you have a long drawn-out 20-minute pitch with lots of details. Regardless of what kind of product you're selling, whether it's a physical product that you're going to ship to somebody, or it's a digital product like a course, or maybe you do a service like landscaping, whatever it is, the goal is for somebody to come to your website and then send you money, and then you can deliver the service, right? You don't want to put any extra steps in there, like a phone call that's not necessary, or a chat conversation with the chatbot, right? If you can use tools, if you can use automation to essentially handle this person's objections and answer any questions they have, all without you, then that is just speeding up the amount of customers that you can handle, and freeing up your time for getting more attention for your business, which is the most important thing. So then step 2, once your website is a sales funnel and you're confident that when someone comes to it, they can access your product or service without you, the next thing you need to do is turn your social media profiles, your blogs, your Google My Business, and any other online content that you have into a funnel as well. Only this is going to funnel people to your website, right? So your website is at the top, and once people get there, they're going to get funneled into your sales process. But to get them to your website, we need to funnel people that are finding us on Google and on social media. We need to funnel them to our website. So just like your website is guiding people to buy your product, your social media profiles and your blogs and your Google My Business should guide people to go to your website. Pretty simple when you look at it that way, right? So that's step 2. Step 3 is you need to constantly create content that helps people and calls them to action. In other words, makes them click, share, and buy your products. So obviously creating content that is helpful is a no-brainer, right? Because there's value in that, and people want value, and if you're giving away free value, aka content, that's going to get people's attention and cause them to click. So then once you've helped them, the next step is to have a call to action, right? So in this example, we have created a Facebook post that is helping somebody by giving them a particular tip, and then the call to action is, hey, if this tip helped you, go visit my website. So hopefully this is making sense, how you can spread your content out on all these different platforms, direct it to your website, and then use your website as a tool to do your sales process for you, versus as a tool that refers people to you to make the sale, right? So do you want to learn more about creating content that gets attention organically? If you do, I created a 7-day training that shows you exactly how to identify your target audience, how to study and copy what your competition is doing, ethically of course, right? We're not going to plagiarize, but we're going to see what's working for them and then recreate that for our business. And then I show you how to identify all of the possible keywords your audience may be searching. That way you don't miss any. And once we've done that, I show you how to not only create your own website for free, but how to create and optimize social media profiles across all of the popular platforms for business, so that you can do, as I said, and funnel them from your social media profiles to the website, which in this case you're creating for free. I also show you how to create content that gets attention using a few of my favorite tools, which are also free or very close to free. And then I show you how to automate the posting and sharing process, so that way you can start getting backlinks, you can start getting references and press releases right away, and drive the content to your site, which, you guessed it, is just going to increase your authority and bring even more content to, or traffic to your website. So the last thing I show you in this 7-day training is how to immediately send as much traffic as you want to any offer or any page. So that's a way to send paid traffic to make your website seem like it's popular immediately, so that it immediately starts generating traffic. So The way it works is the lessons are drip fed so that it lets you learn on your own schedule. One lesson unlocks each day so you have time to follow along and repeat the process. The first few lessons are about 10 to 15 minutes for the first couple days just to get you warmed up and show you what you're going to be doing, and that way you don't get overwhelmed. And then as the week goes on, they get progressively longer, up to about an hour to an hour and a half long towards the end of the week when you're building your own website and setting up your YouTube channel and all of that. So once all of these lessons are unlocked, you retain lifetime access to all of the videos so you can watch them as many times as you want to follow up, to freshen up on your knowledge, or whatever it is. Maybe you want to start a new project and follow the process along again, and then you're getting traffic to 2 websites, whatever you want to do, you could do that. So the best part is my entire training costs less than most people charge for a single link on their website or to run a paid ad. Why is that? Well, obviously because I created this training once and I can sell it an unlimited number of times, right? So work I did once, I can sell an unlimited number of times. Are you starting to see why digital products make sense for any business? Regardless of whether you're selling physical products or you're selling a service, whether it's a digital service or even an in-person service like landscaping or whatever it is, you can create digital products just like this for your business that are going to generate you leads around the clock and help people learn more about what it is that you do. So let me ask you this. What was the last thing that you spent $97 on? You can go ahead and post it in the comments if you want. Let me know what the last thing you spent $97 on. But I want to ask you, did it bring you website traffic every day? Does it make you sales around the clock when you're sleeping and when you're on vacation? Does it pay you to refer friends? Because guess what? My SEO training, which is $97, has an affiliate program that pays 50%. So if you know other people who want to get free traffic to their website and you take my training and it brings a lot of free traffic to your website, then all you got to do is say to your friends, hey, check out this link, and then you get 50% of every sale you refer. Pretty cool stuff. So the last thing I want to know is, did the last thing you spent $97 on support someone you know and trust, right? Because most of us go out and spend $97 all the time, maybe on a nice dinner on the weekend or on show tickets to go see a show or a couple Uber rides, whatever it is. But it's important to take time to invest in ourselves and our future and our education. So if that's something you're interested in, then I want to invite you to treat yourself to unlimited website traffic and check out my website, howtorank.com. And 7 days from now, you can have followed my entire process that led to me getting millions of views on my content and thousands of dollars in affiliate commissions around the clock, like I said, while I'm sleeping, while I'm on vacation, while I'm pretty much doing whatever I want. So I hope this helps. I hope you take me up on my offer and learn SEO this week, and then I hope you share it with your friends and start earning passive affiliate commissions. So other than that, I hope this helps, and I will catch you guys on the next video.